Hey everybody, today I will be doing a full deep review of the Wealthsimple Trade platform. I'll be going over the pros and the cons, the things I like, the things I don't like, and then at the end I'll do a full analysis of what type of investor and what type of account I think Wealthsimple is best suited for, as well as what type of investor and what type of account I think should maybe stay away and go with a different broker. This video is really aimed towards anyone looking to maybe start an investment account, whether it be with Wealthsimple Trade or another brokerage. You're going to learn the pros and cons of Wealthsimple Trade. This video is also going to be really great for anyone that uses Wealthsimple Trade. You're going to maybe learn some new things that you didn't know about the app, or maybe even some things that you might want to be a little bit wary of. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm currently undergoing a Wealthsimple Trade challenge where I'm trying to bring a small account of around $1,000 up to $100,000. Before that, I've played around with Wealthsimple Trade on and off for just over 6 months. I've really gotten used to the ins and the outs of the app, and I feel like I can fairly do a review. A little bit about Wealthsimple Trade is it's probably most well known for being Canada's only $0 commission trading platform, as well as having a very minimalistic and simple mobile app. However, it does also have a computer version that you can access via the browser on your laptop or desktop. Hopping right into the review, let's kick it off with the pros for Wealthsimple Trade. Starting off with pro number 1, what I just said, it's Canada's only $0 commission trading platform. This means anytime you buy or sell a stock, you're going to have absolutely no fees attached. This is the only place in Canada where you're going to get offered this, and the standard for any buying or selling is usually a $5 to $10 range for a commission fee. So that's a lot of savings in the long run if you're making a lot of trades. For example, let's say you're using a different brokerage that charges a $10 commission fee, and you want to make a $100 purchase of a certain stock. You're going to be charged a $10 fee on the purchase of the stock and when you sell the stock. So right away after buying that $100 stock, you're going to have to look for an over 20% gain to even be able to sell it for a profit. So in cases like that where you're really having small position sizes or you don't want to be spending thousands of dollars at a time, it can be really nice to have Wealthsimple Trade where you're being charged absolutely $0. So that $100 stock could go up to $105 and you can sell it and pocket that $5 gain without any being taken for commissions. So it's really nice like that. On to pro number 2, which is also all about saving you money. Pro number 2 is that Wealthsimple has no minimum account size and no minimum deposit or withdrawal size and no fees on deposits or withdrawals. This means you could literally deposit $5 into your Wealthsimple Trade account and buy a $5 stock and have that be the only stock in your portfolio if you truly wanted to. This is not the same case for other brokerages. Sometimes they have a $500,000 minimum account size or even a minimum deposit size. With Wealthsimple Trade, it's really easy to just deposit and withdraw as much money as you want. If you decide not to buy a coffee one day, you can literally transfer over $2, $3, whatever it may be, to your account and have it grow slowly like that, which is an awesome perk of Wealthsimple Trade. So that's really why having no minimum account size and no minimum deposit or withdrawal size is really nice, because really, it can be hard sometimes to like save $100 or $200 in your account and then transfer it over. But really, if you're transferring $5 at a time, $10 here, $5 there, you can really transfer that money and not even notice it leaving your account. It's over time, you're going to not even notice those small transactions. There's if you went out and bought a sandwich, bought a coffee, and you don't really notice them, which is super nice. You're saving and then using that towards investing without even noticing it leave your pocket. Pro number 3 for Wealthsimple Trade really is just its simplicity and ease of use. There's really no learning curve with using Wealthsimple Trade. Within a matter of minutes, you can really get the general gist of how the app works. And they also offer the mobile app as well as the browser-based web application. So you can do it on your computer or on your phone. And with a matter of few clicks, I believe it's 3 clicks, you can buy or sell a stock in real time. It's also important to note that Wealthsimple Trade offers your 3 standard account types, your tax-free savings account, TFSA, for long-term growth, as well as your retirement savings plan, RRSP, and a personal account where you can day trade and do whatever you may be. So the TFSA and the RRSP are more for long-term growth. And then the personal is where you can trade as you will, day trade, swing trade, whatever it may be that you're trying to do without any limitations. Not to mention that you can also own a crypto account on Wealthsimple Trade. So you can switch between stocks and crypto with one click of a button, and you can buy Bitcoin or Ethereum on Wealthsimple Trade. This makes it super easy to manage both your stock investments and your crypto assets all in one place under one application. So taking a quick second to reflect on the pros of Wealthsimple Trade, we can really see that it's clear that Wealthsimple Trade is really targeted towards kind of the average investor, someone who really wants it to be simple and easy to invest, really taking down a lot of barriers that other brokerages may have, and they're targeted towards saving you money. So they're really great for small accounts or really just anyone looking to make simple purchases. That's why I chose Wealthsimple Trade for my small account challenge, and I would recommend it to anyone else starting with a small account. This is really the only place it's possible to grow a super small account because of the no commission fees and the no minimum account size or transfers. If you want to start your own Wealthsimple challenge or open a Wealthsimple account today, you can do so with the link in the description. You can open up an account, and when you trade over $100, you're going to get $10 free deposited right into your account from Wealthsimple. So you're going to immediately get a 10% return on your investment just for opening and trading $100. So on to the cons for Wealthsimple Trade, or just the things that could be worked on and improved in the future. So on to con number one that is definitely a nuisance for everyone, is the fact that all quotes and charts seen on Wealthsimple Trade are delayed by 15 minutes. So just to understand this and explain this a little bit more, what it means is that anytime you're looking at a stock price or a stock chart on Wealthsimple Trade, that is actually the price or the chart from 15 minutes in the past. So that price that you're seeing or that chart is not live. So if you were to go ahead and just buy the stock at that time that you're looking at the chart, you might see that the price that you get for purchasing that stock is not what you saw on the chart or not what you saw as the stock price. So this can be a really big nuisance and is especially concerning if you're dealing with a stock that has really high volatility. If you're dealing with a stock that swings up and swings down pretty frequently, that 15 minutes could be a huge gap for you. And that stock price, you might be buying it 5-10% more expensive than what you're thinking you are. So this is something to be really wary of and really just keep notice of. And when this is also another big issue is at the beginning of the day when market opens. So for 15 minutes after market opens, you're not going to be able to see any updates to the stock prices or to the charts. And this is usually in that first hour of when the stock market opens is when the market sees the most action and the most price change. So not being able to see that accurately and live on Wealthsimple Trade is definitely a big drawback. One way to work around this flaw is I recommend using another stock app, either on your phone or on your computer, to mitigate this. So either if you're on iPhone or Android, there's usually a native stock app or a Google Stocks app. I also like, because you can use it either on your phone or on your computer, Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance offers real-time quotes and charts. So you're going to be able to check before you buy a stock on Wealthsimple Trade. Just quickly open up your Yahoo Finance, check the stock price, make sure there's nothing out of the ordinary and that it's not a huge difference before purchasing that share or selling that share. It's going to make a big difference in the long run, and it's going to make sure that you don't get screwed over. Another part of Wealthsimple Trade that really is not ideal is that they do not let you hold US dollars in your account. So you have to hold Canadian dollars at all times in your account. And what this means is that when you want to buy or sell an American stock, they charge you a conversion fee, and they actually add 1.5% on to that conversion fee. So this is really where Wealthsimple Trade makes their money. They make it on that 1.5% conversion fee that they charge you when you purchase a US stock and when you sell the US stock. So 3% in total for the overall buying and selling of a US dollar stock. And maybe think about seeing if there's a Canadian option for that stock. This really just means that in order to buy or sell a US stock, you really need to be sure that it's going to be one that sees growth and that growth is at least more than 3% in order for you to make a profit off of it. So for the long term, if you're purchasing a US stock for the long term, this really isn't a huge issue. If it's something that you're going to hold on to for years and really hope to see growth year over year, then in the long run, this doesn't add up. But if you're swing trading or day trading, for that matter, a US stock, this is definitely something that you should be aware of. The final con or downside of Wealthsimple Trade is that they don't actually offer every single stock to purchase or sell on the platform. There's actually a requirement for a ticker to be added to Wealthsimple Trade. I'll pop it up on screen what the requirements are, but not all stocks actually meet this requirements, and especially penny stocks. So for a stock to be on Wealthsimple Trade, one of the requirements is that its 52-week high must be above 50 cents Canadian. So any real penny stock under 50 cents will not be available on Wealthsimple Trade, and they do not offer the over-the-counter or OTC exchange. So any of those stocks will not be offered on Wealthsimple, as well as there's a limit on what the volume has to be for it to be on Wealthsimple Trade. So again, they should be all up on screen. You can check them out in detail. So this can be a nuisance. I would say that roughly it's probably only about 2 to 3% of the time that I look up a ticker symbol, look up a stock, and I can't find it on Wealthsimple Trade. For instance, a popular stock in the US is Disney. Disney is not offered on Wealthsimple Trade because it does not fit the requirements. So again, it's a nuisance, but for 97 to 98% of the time, you're going to be able to find the stock you want, especially if you're trading Canadian stocks, you're probably going to find it. Let's take another pause here and look over the cons that I mentioned, or the things that are downsides of Wealthsimple Trade and how that might affect you as an investor and maybe decide whether or not you should use this platform. So for somebody who trades regularly US dollar stocks, this could overall in the long run really hurt you on Wealthsimple Trade. That 1.5% additional fee for the conversion of Canadian to US and US to Canadian is really going to be added to every single one of your purchases if you're trading primarily in US dollar stocks. So this is going to add up over time and will not be ideal for you. So I recommend if you're trading a lot of US dollar stocks, you might want to stick to a different brokerage and not Wealthsimple Trade. Another reason Wealthsimple Trade might not be for you as an investor or a trader is if you're day trading. If you're doing a lot of day trading or plan to do a lot of day trading, Wealthsimple Trade makes this really, really hard to do, and they do not promote it. Because of that 15-minute delay, you're going to have to keep swapping back and forth between another application in order to get real-time quotes, and that's going to be really hard to do and really going to make it hard for you to day trade effectively on Wealthsimple Trade. Like I said, the platform is more for the general investor, and especially ones who are doing long-term stocks and Canadian stocks. So those two things are really what Wealthsimple Trade is for, and small purchases. If you're doing buying or selling of only a few shares at a time, Wealthsimple Trade really is perfect for you. So just to recap really what I think Wealthsimple Trade is great at, the fact that it offers the $0 commission, as well as no minimum account size, and it offers all 3 account types that you're going to need: your tax-free savings account, your RRSP, and your personal just cash account for any type of trading. I recommend Wealthsimple Trade for anyone who's doing a small account challenge or just looking to get into investing for the first time. The majority of stocks are on Wealthsimple Trade, and any ones that a general first-time investor is going to be looking at are going to be found on Wealthsimple Trade. So for that reason, I highly recommend it for any small account or intro investor. It's a super easy and simple to use platform that really you can get up and running and familiar with in a matter of days. For that reason, I highly recommend Wealthsimple Trade for anyone looking to just dip their toes into investing, or somebody who's starting with a small account and doing a small account challenge like myself. It's perfect for you. I hope you enjoyed the video and hope you learned something new about Wealthsimple Trade and whether it might fit your needs. If you liked the video, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow along with my journey as I go from $1,000 account to $100,000 account. Thanks, and see ya in the next one.